Hey guys, Bushcraft family back again with another video. And something new I'm going to try, maybe for the first couple weeks or something, see how it goes. What I will be doing, I'll be doing a video about the same subject that I will be doing a live stream with a good friend of mine, Bear Truth, and it'll give us a good subject to go on. So I want to introduce the subject, which today's subject is survival gardens, which I think is very important right now. And a lot of you may wonder, what is a survival garden? How do you grow a survival garden? So I'm going to give you some of the basics, how to get started, and all that fun stuff. But before we get started, we will be doing a live stream tonight at 7 o'clock on this very same subject. So if you have any other questions, great chat and everything like that, come by at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Okay, as you can tell, things are not so good. A lot of stuff is very expensive right now, and there's been a lot of talk about, remember back in the olden days, there were survival gardens. And, well, make no mistake, a survival garden is not just any kind of beautiful backyard garden. A survival garden is one that is carefully designed to yield enough crops for you and your family to live off of in times of need. Like right now, times of need. Your survival garden must also provide enough calories for your entire family to not only survive, but thrive. It must supply essential vitamins and minerals, fats, carbohydrates, and medicine too. Yep. And this goes a long way of deciding what you're growing, the best use of your space and things like that. If you already thought gardening was a complex skill to learn, try doing it when survival is your main concern. As if all you could grow was all you could eat. Could you do it? Do you even want to try? It's something to think about before we actually get into that mindset. The stuff that you need to know about that stuff. When you garden as if there is no stores to shop from, no farm to make up for your lack of growing, no one else to rely on but just you, then you have to achieve a status of a season to survive. Plain and simple. If you haven't the desire to provide for your family and to ensure where and how to gain necessary experience, keep watching. This is, and like I said, come to the live stream tonight at 7 o'clock. You might get some inspiration on this stuff. And one of the main questions is why grow a survival garden? Think about how often you go shopping for food every day, or just essentials. Every week, once or twice a week, just once a month or even less. If you're unable to leave your home for extended period of time, the ability to harvest fresh produce from your yard is a lifesaver. It will also aid in filling your pantry so you can eat well for several months without ever leaving your property. That would be great, wouldn't it? Not to have to go to the store to buy this or that. your medicine, your herbs and stuff like that. That'd be great. And that's the whole idea of a survival garden. Now, how do you get started with this? How do you get started with the growing a survival garden? Start with the basics by just starting small. You will not be able to successfully survival garden overnight. It takes a season of gardening experience, foraging, practicing knowledge, and saving seeds. Along with a good pinch of luck, make it all work. But you have to begin somewhere, and that's why we're here. And right now is the time when you start learning all this knowledge and stuff from some people that garden all the time. There's many channels out there that teach gardening and stuff like that. Just basic fertilizing, mulching, selecting the seeds you need, what herbs you want to grow, what herbs are beneficial for different things, planning layouts in your garden, how the garden's going to go, and the spacing and stuff like that, harvesting at the right time. And another end of this is canning and preserving, composting. And there's also growing your own, and it sounds weird, growing your own worms, making a worm bed. Those things produce some of the best soil you can get. And then there's, like I said, designing your garden, figuring out where you want your garden to go, how to optimize the best space and everything like that. The sunlight, how much sunlight does that area get, and what plants to put in those areas. All that stuff is very important. How big does your survival garden need to be, and how do you optimize the best soil? You don't know, like say this year you're planning on taking all your grass out and starting from fresh, digging up your yard and turning it into garden space. A lot of that soil needs to be amended, things like that. And that's some of the stuff that we're going to be talking about. In what to plant in those areas, and what kind of vitamins and minerals and all that stuff you're going to get out of each thing. There are some things that you grow in the early springtime that once those are done, you can plant something else in the same space. And then once those things are done, you can plant a winter crop. That way you have that space always producing food. Those are very important things. And like I said, we're going to try to go over as much of this as we can. And another great thing about live streams when we're talking about this stuff, there's a lot of really smart people in chat that have wonderful ideas, that's been doing gardening and stuff like this. But again, gardening and survival gardens are totally different things. Gardens can be somewhat of a hobby, something to make salads or grow a few extra potatoes or something. But when you start thinking about a survival garden, it's totally different. And this is what I wanted to talk about in our live stream tonight. So I hope to see everybody tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And like always, God bless.